G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Looks like we've got some people sort of filtering in at this stage as well. Hopefully you've all had a good weekend so far. Dibbles is going to be joining us from Europe, so this is exciting sort of late news. So he will be joining us shortly, as long as I can figure out how to get him in the chat. But yeah, we will start to unpack some of the Supercoach carnage from over the weekend. Horrible for my team, but you got to laugh or you'll cry. Let's have a look. So Simulator saying Dirksen as cover wasn't. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Anderson and Track didn't. Wanted to YOLO trade Butters out pre-round and didn't. Safe to say it has been a tough weekend, mate. Been a rough one. Trading out Butters before the round would have been crazy, but it's funny how Supercoach works. It's funny how it works because yeah, him going down was rough. It was.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, mate, we are live. Already had it going. So, mind you, not much going on. But how's Europe going, mate?
Yeah, it's been good, mate. It's been good. A couple of days in, just in Palermo, Sicily at the moment. It's 2 a.m. here, mate. So we've got to for all the viewers out there, we've got to respect the grind, yeah, to the content. We've got to keep it rolling.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we all feel very, very sorry for you.
Love it, mate. Love it.
I've been seeing your stories and stuff, especially the ones of the food, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm like, this is brutal. While I'm freezing my ass off in Melbourne every morning, wiping the frost off my window that I haven't had to do forever. I don't even understand, why does anyone do that here? Like, why? Like, it's brutal. It's brutal, but.
No, it's been good, mate, and but yeah, good to pause for a second and just talk about a bit of Supercoach and a bit of footy. I have obviously not watched as much footy, but definitely happy to chat about it and see how you're going this round. I did see, was it Georgie Hewitt went down? I think. Or is it just soreness? Talk to me, mate. What actually happened? Fill me in, because I'm a bit out of the loop.
It was like one of the most sort of. Yeah, unless I'm missing something here, it seemed like a really, really innocuous sort of thing. Like he was dominating once again. Like he was on fire. He only played maybe 10 minutes of game time, but shot out to 8. It was a perfect game for George Hewitt. It was a George Hewitt game. It was raining. It was contested. And then he walked off fine. Looked okay. Took some painkillers on the bench. Went down to the rooms. Came back up for the quarter time chat. And then didn't appear again. And then basically he was seen in the change rooms after that, and he looked like he was in all sorts of pain. Like he was getting, to me, I don't know if he ended up, he would have been going to the hospital, I'm sure. But he was basically getting carried to the ambulance, I assume.
Yeah, right. Wow. Okay. Jesus.
And then, yeah, probably the big news from the weekend, if you haven't had a chance to catch it, is Zach Butters.
Saw that one. That was on my ex Twitter. Just like bang, 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 post. Butters this, Butters that. So yeah, obviously looks pretty bad. I don't know if you caught any early news reports today, if there is any that have come out. But yeah, is it a broken ankle, or we're not sure? Or
I tried to have a look, and there wasn't much like sort of reports sort of floating around on these injuries at the early stages. But I reckon. Look, I can't imagine it's going to be a short-term thing with Butters. Like I think they were speaking about syndesmosis and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure how long he's going to be missing, but I can't imagine it's going to be a short period of time.
Yeah.
It makes it real tricky. The George Hewitt injury is probably the worst injury that could happen to my team, just because it basically only affects me. Like it affects you know,
you and the other 300 players.
Yeah, like it affects barely anyone, and it's such a big injury. Like for me, because I was having a look the other day. That since the day that I've brought George Hewitt in, he's scored 50 more points than Isaac Heaney. So he's really competing with those. He was competing with those, and he was going to do it again in his Hawthorn game. He was looking good, and I really needed to keep. If it was anyone to go down, I would rather it be Zach Butters, I'd rather it be Bontempelli or maybe not Bontempelli because I go for the Bulldogs, but someone
Yeah.
like that. Just because they're so commonly owned. But George Hewitt, it's such a big hit to my team. It's going to take me down to 0 trades probably.
Because Hewitt and Butters both the recovery for both of them are question marks. But if you have to go bang bang 2 trades, that's you done.
That's me done.
Going
and then
into round 19.
Yep. So this was always going to be the challenge with my team. And you know what? I was this week I was considering making a trade. I was going to bring Wilkie in for Whitfield, and get really aggressive. When Wilkie scored 190, I was like,
I'm an honor as well. What a burn job,
mate. I was thinking maybe I should have done that, but then now that these 2 injuries have happened, I'm glad that I didn't because, and I'm going to have to get real funky with these trades too because, I need to think of like future cover. I need to think of. I don't want to have the same team. It's really hard because I think a lot of teams are going to go from Butters to either the primo that they don't have a force or something. I think that's going to be a really common sort of thing.
Yep.
But I'm going to try to look another way. Well, I have to. I've got 2 trades to make, so see how we go. How about your team? How you going?
Not too bad. Let me get it up on my phone. Yeah, need a simulator saying you need a mid forward. I don't know if that's for him or for you.
No, that's for if it's for me, that's what I'm thinking as well. Because I got no forward line cover. Like I'm just not confident in any of those guys. So I'd be looking to bring in a mid forward for George Hewitt and play him in the midfield, and then probably Heaney or Dawson with the other one. Yeah,
right. Yeah, gotcha. I'm currently projected 2-3-6-2 at the moment. I had Whitfield obviously out. I had Hall Kahan out. I had to play Will Edwards, the rookie, on field. He got 48. I'm actually playing with 22 this round instead of 23. Yeah. So I just took the risk on that. I was about to trade to get in Sicily, and as soon as I saw the Butters trade go down, so I used 2 trades to get Sicily, and I've got go down to 3 trades. Sicily didn't do that well in the end versus Carlton, but that's just can't future predict these things. But I was going to go him. Then I saw the Butters injury, and I'm like, okay, let me reverse everything because I know there's going to be a forced trade for next week, or I think there's going to be a forced trade. So therefore, I'll pull it back. So I'm just accepting the fact that my score this week's not going to be good. But hopefully you can come home with a wet sail with some extra trades. But yeah, looking at the team, Cherry bounced back, which is good, 133. Yeah. So take that. Sammy Walsh did pretty well, 125. He's been pretty poor. And Petrarca, I don't know what's wrong with Petrarca. And most people have him, but and Romo's the other standout for me. Romo getting 122 as F6 is good. I'm still playing. This week I've got 2 rookies, Edwards and Cumming on field, so it's not like I'm full prem or anything like that. I'm definitely not. That's why I've got the extra trades up my sleeve. But Hall Kahan going down was sucked for me. Playing with 22, so I have to look. The Edwards 48. I have to take it. Like nothing I can do about that. He can't drop off. If Cumming does shit today, if he gets a 30 or a 40, I think I can do about it. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's sort of my turn in a nutshell. Some underperformers are Heaney with the 80, Callahan with the 86, LD with the 83. Like a lot of Uber primo mids going mid. Just going average. That's my week in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's been a really tricky week, especially compared to last week. Like I felt like coming into this round, I was set so good. Like I was so happy with how everything was going, and even up until the Carlton game, I was predicted like nearly 2,600. So I'd avoided all carnage. I was like, Butters is going down, but I'm like, beautiful. This is another injury where hopefully I can get a leg up on everyone again. Similar to the George Hewitt situation when I brought him in. So I was like really, really happy. But then George Hewitt goes down, what is actually the worst injury that can happen to my team. And then I have Petrarca and Tuke-Miller come out and play. Petrarca, Tuke-Miller, and Worrell come out and play, and just
mate. What is wrong with these Gold Coast Suns, mate? What's your thoughts?
Suck. They suck. The Gold Coast suck. Like they are. I can speak like really badly about the Gold Coast because I know there's probably no fans of the Gold Coast in there because they've got like 7, but they are just horrendous. Like they are so selfish as a team. Like, they're a tough watch. They're a tough watch. Jesse's saying, "Can we just scratch this week like it never happened?" I feel it, man. I'm in the exact same boat. But it's funny. Like, it's just crazy how I can go from like, and you see the teams how it fluctuates. Like I've gone from nearly 2,800, and I'll be lucky to score 2,400. I might not score 2,300. Who knows?
Hey, when I saw your score and rank from your video, your second last video, the round review, I was like, "Fuck, this guy's on fire!" And I was right for you, absolutely right for you.
And I was thinking the same again. Honestly, like literally, I was like, I'm doing it again. Like I'm looking at all the projections around me. I'm like 200 plus in front. Like I'm like 2,600 projection. Everything's gone fine. Everyone's turned up so far. My lowest score going into that game, I think, was Bailey Smith is 98. I'm thinking happy days. Like this is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, no, Horn Francis 91, but then just absolute, just this Saturday night disaster.
But your recent tradings have been really good. So your Naz, your Luke Parker, been really, really good. Obviously, Hewitt, the recent injury, yes, but your recent trades have been good. You've hit them well.
I'm hopeful on Hewitt because I just don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's like a back spasm or something. Like maybe he has a week off or something like that. But it's also, do I hold him? And I do have good cover in the midfield.
Hopefully, it's not that bad. Fingers crossed for you, mate.
Yeah. Worrell, I understand after his incident on Friday night, he'll be fine next week. Yeah, he got involved in a car accident. He got involved in a car accident.
Yes, right.
So hopefully he comes good. I just think I'm getting nervous about the mix at Adelaide. Like they've got a lot of rebounding defenders. Like, and Worrell to me is probably the worst distributor of all of those. Mind you, I think he's a gun. I really like Josh. I basically picked Josh Worrell because I like him as a player. Like I just think I just like watching him play.
It's been pretty consistent as well. And then then Wayne Malera comes in and I think he went 100 plus.
Yeah, he's so good when he plays. Wayne Malera, he's a really good player. Brayshaw, pick up
maybe Andrew.
Solid 1-2-1. Yeah, he looks good, man. He's sort of hit a really nice patch of form.
He's an interesting one. Like last call it 2-3 years, him and Sarong averaging 105, 115, keep changing, keep going one up, one down each year. This year they've had a bit of a down year, both of them, but I think Brayshaw last month's been pretty good.
Brayshaw's like he's like the Freo version of Georgie Hewitt. I think they play similar sort of roles. I think he's probably like he's like the upgraded version, like the younger sort of better version of he's like George Hewitt Mark II.
Yep.
I went Errol 3 weeks ago, and I should have gone Brayshaw. Hopefully, down. I think he'd be right from here, though. I think he'd be right from here.
Yeah, I think he's dusted off the cobwebs for sure. What did Errol score this most recent week? I think he went. Correct me if I'm wrong. He went like maybe 110. Not sure thereabouts.
Yeah, 109, and he played 90% game time as well. So it looks like he's got.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
He might be one. I reckon that. With the Butters injury, most people love a name, and Gordon's a big name. They might go down to him. But like to your point, the other one of Heaney or Dawson or Bailey Smith, those ones that they don't have. But I could see a lot of people going Gordon, just for like that pod difference.
I'm just going to try to start. Like I like it, like I don't mind it, but for me, just I can't go any injury-prone players from here on out. Like I have to go to the most durable. Like I'm just going to go for durability and basically that. And I need to get a dual position. If Hewitt and Butters are out for extended periods of time, what I expect they will be.
Hypothetically speaking, here we go. Yeah, it would be.
There you go. Yeah. I didn't even know. I did see like a little article about it, but I thought it was actually before the game that he got dropped. Not dropped. He got, how he missed that game with illness or whatever it was. I thought it was like around that time. I didn't read the article properly.
Yeah. You just saw the headline, bang, done.
Saw the headline. I was like,
Keep it moving.
Get better shit. Oh, Worrell try not to go missing in the second and third quarter every week. That would be nice.
Is that a bit of a trend, is it?
Yeah, he normally starts well and finishes. His last quarters are really good. Like he seems to save himself every last quarter. Like he'll be heading into the last quarter on like 50 and then be able to do really well. Started Brayshaw thinking 115 average season again. Average 84 first 8 weeks and then 110 plus last night.
Yeah. That'll be a struggle to own throughout the season.
Yeah. I think that's
hopefully coming good.
I think that's a fair starting pick though. Like I think starting with Brayshaw is I can see the logic behind that. Like he's probably not one that I sort of tend to start with, but I can see why. Like he's, you expected him to be on the rise and get even better. Freo are going to be good.
He's so consistent. You've seen that age bracket as well. Be 20. Like he'll be about 26, I think, about now thereabouts.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I think I need to turn Butters into Holmes, but may make it Rankin.
What's your thoughts on Rankin? Is that maybe something you're looking at? You said no injury prone, no, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. For injury reasons, no. But I can see what, like, if you were like really going to risk it to try to like make up some rank, I can see the attraction behind it. They have a really nice run towards the end of the season. Like they still have Richmond and Essendon to come in the last 4.
Yep.
So who know? Like they could be 2 150 games.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I just don't know if I can risk. If he goes down, then I lose all that. There's just I don't know how many weeks I can go without having any cover, right? So I think it's the beauty of being a full primo team. Like I can afford to have one. I feel like I can have one player down. I just can't have them in the forward line. I don't want to be copping zeros.
Yep.
Yeah. This
What's
is right. Yeah. So he was. I don't know if you've seen this, but they flipped Jeremy Cameron, played him off halfback.
Oh right.
And he was racking them up. Like he looked unbelievable. Really, really good role change for him. He was intercept marking. Obviously, he's a great like field kick. So they were using him as like a distributor almost. Yeah, he looked great. And then Clayton Oliver looks like he broke his collarbone. So just absolutely smashed him.
Yeah, so a couple of Cats boys go down. That's a ballsy move from Chris Scott. To take I'm sure he's won a Coleman or two. He kicks heaps of bags. But yeah, I don't mind it. Just try something different for him. But yeah, poor bloke, he'd be out for the season now, most likely.
He's through the wars, man. He's got a broken arm. He's got probably a broken collarbone. I'm guessing it looked like that anyway. Yeah. He looked like he was in so much pain. Like he got hit so hard. Like Clayton Oliver's a little bull. So
yeah.
Didn't
one thing I've noticed on your team, you got the old the Gorney captain.
Yeah, mate. We're letting it run.
Against the Tigers.
We're letting it run. I'm hoping that's 2-1. I'm actually hoping that's where I could get an advantage because I think a lot of people would have had Naz.
Correct, yeah.
And I think that's weird to be looking at it. Like maybe I can get a leg up here on someone that scored 150. But
50 points, absolutely.
I need something. This round because I always look at Supercoach Edge's league to compare my score around players around my rank. Because these guys I know are good players. Like these guys are probably all sort of floating in the top sort of 1% top. They're around me.
Yep.
And, these scores of like 2,300, there's a lot of scores in there that are around my score.
Yep.
But there's a lot of disaster weeks. It looks like there's a lot of teams that are going 2,001. Like this bloke, this Petro bloke was on top last week.
Yeah, right.
And his rank now is he's looking at 2,100.
Wow.
So there's a lot of there's some scores above mine. I feel like my team it must be in a decent spot because even though I've had this absolute carnage, I'm still looking at 2,400. Like I've had basically the worst round I could have really. But hopefully I can sneak. Hopefully Gorn can really punch one out. And I've got Bont, Neil, and Richards, who all got really sort of lowish expected scores for them. Like,
yep.
For me, Neil and Richards are kind of like pods. Like, not many people have those guys. So Neil to get 106.
Neil will smack Essendon around. As you know, I am an Essendon supporter. Him and the Lions will absolutely destroy us. So he should theoretically go bigger. Richards against West Coast, you think that Bont gets the attention. So yeah, I like that for you, mate. That should be good.
If I can get anywhere near 2,400, I think I'll be pretty happy. Gorner's captain.
He'll be popular.
Oh, he's still in the Supercoach Cup Simulator.
That's pretty good. Well done.
That's awesome.
Good job.
Not confident he outscores Naz. I'm confident. I'm calling it. Early call. I'm going Gorn 200.
Law of attraction.
Gorn 200. My early. I always like try to make one really, really big call during the week, and I said in my preview video it was Hawker Hahn to score 100. So I was only 100 short.
Just off.
I was only just off. I got robbed. I got robbed of that one. And then, so I'm going to go big call Gorn 200. So he's probably likely to score.
I like it, mate.
40.
I like it. Yeah, should do this week. Bont and 125 versus Merritt and Fitzgerald. Yeah, I would think so. That's good, mate. Jeez, I don't know how many more rounds of the SC Cup there are, but he'd be pretty far along.
He's home in that, surely, unless like barring an injury to Bont, you're home in that one. Like,
I think so.
Oh, you'd be stiff.
And Roberts back. If Merritt keeps his halfback role, because who knows if he does, but he'll be taking some points off Merritt, I would have thought.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting maybe for people that owned Tom Stewart with Jeremy Cameron going back. Not that it matters now because he's injured. But I was like, I don't know if that's... He did score well with Jeremy Cameron, but I was just thinking, I don't know if that long-term is going to be great for owners of Tom Stewart. But now it doesn't matter because he's gone down anyway.
Yep.
Maybe we should have a look at the games and have a look at what's happened so far. I actually haven't watched much football this week either. Like I've watched bits and pieces of games, but I haven't like actually sat there and like watched a whole sort of game yet.
See that, trying to watch myself. You'll be right, mate. I reckon you're looking good on those predictions.
I start to lose interest in football when my actual team is just horrendous, and like the Bulldogs are just. I hate watching the Bulldogs. Like they like just wreck my weekend. So I'm just like I'm just not watching the footy. Like I'll have my Supercoach team going, but
against the Eagles today, mate. Surely.
No, I reckon we're in trouble.
Are you guys playing over there?
Nah, it's here, but we've made like 8 changes. Tim English is out now as well.
Yes, I did see all those changes. Yeah. What's Tim English's problem?
Oh, he's soft. That's his problem.
You'd be happy to see him go?
At this point, I don't care. I just don't understand how, we can have players like Bond who always plays through injury, all these other guys, and Tim English to me, something as soon as there's a little niggle, I'm sure he's not going to play. Like he's just, and I just need him to compete. Just go out there and compete. Like
just be tall.
Be like he's obviously a good player and he's good around the ground, but he's just never been that great in the ruck because, and these rules should suit him. Like he's more of an athletic type ruckman, but he looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. So we really need him to. Yeah, I don't care. Like he can leave if he wants to. Like we just get some other ruckman.
Yeah, well, you can find them. You can find them. Jesse's commenting about his heartbreak on the SC Cup. Getting glitched out.
Oh, that's rough.
That happens, mate.
So
this is the old Jackson versus Grundy matchup, huh?
Yeah, this was an interesting one. So Brayshaw, obviously really good 1-2-1. Looks like I think he's a premium option looking down. I actually like the Brayshaw option now. A lot of people would have jumped off him because of like the rough start. So he's probably not as owned as most, but he's had a really, really strong sort of back end of the season. So for people looking to divert from Butters, I think he's actually holds like a decent sort of option.
Yeah, great. You'd be happy Murphy Reed owner.
I'm stoked with Murphy Reed. I can't believe he's actually doing this because at the time I thought it was a nightmare trade, but
he's so good.
Yeah, he's
one of those rare players that he reminds me a lot. I think I might have spoken about him before. Like surprised a lot of Scotty Pendlebury, but it's more just like he plays. He's such a gun playing, but also the score does translate as well, which is really nice. Yeah, he's good. He's a good one.
Yeah, I'm liking him. I see Caleb Sarong's not someone that I would sort of go near, but
yeah, he's on my never again list. I think I'm over him.
He's sort of like having a season like Callahan. Like he's just going thereabouts. Like you know that he could do it. Like he can do it, but he's just not. So it's like, do you go near it?
Yeah.
Is that true? Rachel's only in 5% of teams.
Wow. That's something that you like, huh? That's perking your ears up.
Well, I'm probably going to have to take on something like that. I don't really want to go. I think Heaney from the moment that he scored that 190 or whatever, or he scored that massive score, from that week on, I was really confident that he would be the best sort of fade option of all the primos. Like I had looking up at he does have a nice little run to end the season. So I think as a luxury for the last 4 weeks, I thought he was good. But I decided to go. I honestly thought George Hewitt was going to score more than him in that period, and he was on the way to doing it. But
you got to do something a bit. That proves your point. Do something a bit different, and it might pay off.
But I think the two big dogs, like I think Dawson and Heaney, they both have really good runs to end the season. So I don't think from this point on, it's going to be hard to get someone to average more than those guys.
Yeah, sure.
And unfortunately, I was one of those 5% that only involved this.
Rankin at 9%.
Yeah. I like Rankin as a pick, as like a risky pick, but I just can't do it.
It's almost one of those fuck it ones. It's like, it's like, oh, fuck it. Like if he gets into the next round, like I'm accepting that. It's just trying to get a leg up on my opponents, and not many people will have him. But yeah, he can easily go down. Is his second injury this year? Was he suspended at the start of the season, or was he injured? I can't remember. He's missed some time though, I think, twice.
I can't do it. And even when he came back, like last week, he had some issues with a hamstring or with a calf, and he was sort of looking like he was going to miss again. And this spells disaster to me. So I'm not going anywhere near. I don't care. I know he could make me pay. Like he could do it. Like he's obviously a freak. But yeah, I just think for the sake of my sanity, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it's almost one of those ones where these injury-prone players, you prefer to start them versus trade into them, especially this part of the season, because next year, for example, if we say Rankin's a good starting pick, and he very well may be, he goes down in round 5, one trade gone, see you later. Like rather than now, like you might be setting yourself up first, and it's early in the season, so you got more trades to play with.
Yeah. LDU best pick 10-game time run when everyone got him, and then he went for 60. This is
Jesse.
This is my biggest fate. Now this is the one that I will not be looking at. Like his run so hard towards the end of the season, and like
good starting pick.
He could do it. Don't get me wrong. He could do 110 plus from here, but I have my doubts that he does. Like I don't think he does 100 from here. I think it's a really tough run. But you never know. Like it really only takes 1 or 2 games, like a player to break 1 or 2 tags, and then they get through that tough period and they score well. So, but for me, he's the one primo sort of in that top area that I just wouldn't be considering at all. I really like Josh Tracy as an option. I brought it up in my preview video. I think getting basically who's been F3 or F4 for not like. Yeah. So majority of the season.
What's his I'm curious to see what his ownership is, mate. Like, can you check what his ownership is? Because he's been unreal, and I don't think many people would have gone him. Oh, it is surprisingly high. Okay, cool.
It's higher than what I thought it was going to be. I think it's 11. Like at least 10%.
I think it's 11. Yeah, I just saw it on.
Yeah, so 11%.
Yeah, 11.
I think
that's decent.
I think to get F3 or someone that is like averaging F3 numbers this year for 430, like
really good price.
He's probably going to be cheaper than that too, because I'm pretty sure his break even's like 130 or something like that. I think 135. Yeah. So you're probably going to get him for 420. I think if you're looking for a forward, I don't think many people are going to be, because people will be dealing with the Butters stuff. But yeah, I think he if you had him, I'd be happy. Jordan Clark was back.
Mate, I was in between flights. What this game was on, I didn't have internet on the plane or anything. I was just doing an internal flight, and he was on like 80 at halftime. I was like, oh yeah, awesome. And he ended up on that, like, just so frustrating. Like, just keep going, Jordy. He doesn't have that killer instinct in him, just to keep going.
Yeah.
And interesting, like, it was Sydney was smashing him in the first half, and then it flipped. And then Freo had obviously a massive second half, and he clearly was not a part of that at all. He just stops.
Yeah, he's a funny one. He's had like in the first half, I thought he was just everywhere. I was like, oh my gosh, like Geordie Clark's gonna whack 150 here, but yeah, just sort of died in his run a little bit. But this is a good point, and the Cats have the Pies, Bombers, Roos, and Tigers last four. That's why Bailey Smith to me is the best trade in if you don't have him. Like, and I said that in my preview video. I just think he's the best. Mind you, then he comes out and scores 90. I don't know how. He looked like he played a really good game to me, but
yeah, his ratio is pretty bad. I think he got like 119 AFL fantasy. Then yeah, to your point, I think it was about 90 Supercoach. Was it?
Yeah, not 98.
No, he got to 100.
But he just looked. He looked like he played a lot better than what his score was. Grundy was Grundy was on like 90, or like at one. I think he was on 100 and something. I think he was actually above 100 in the last.
He started on fire, right? Or no?
Yeah, well, he was on, I think, 80 something at halftime, and then he got to 100 in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure, and then actually lost points to get to 100. Like,
wow,
this is the type of week that I'm having.
Yeah, you must have been loving seeing the Heaney score though, as a non-owner.
Yeah, but I think, yeah. Now I wish I sort of had him instead of had George Hewitt, right? I'll take the 80. I'll take the 80.
But man, like, is there every chance that he might be back next week, Hewitt?
I don't know. I hope so, but it just looks so bad. Like, he was like getting carried off to the ambulance. Like, he looked like he was in so much pain.
Yeah, right.
But you never know. I was going to get Tracy after that Brizzy game. Got Jason Horne-Francis. Well, that was...
Yeah.
Tracy went on to not score 100 for 5 weeks. Jason Horne-Francis went for back-to-back 60s. Near wanted to trade him in to go. Now he's averaging 100.
Oh, right. You traded out Horne-Francis. Yeah, right.
So, he's trading Horne-Francis when he went back-to-back 60s to DeGoey. Mind you, they both probably averaged pretty similar from there on out, but that's just a sideways that basically didn't need to be done, right? It's a risky one because, like, you think Horne-Francis has the ability. Like, I was so nervous trading him in because I thought he would do exactly what Jesse probably thought and just keep banging out 60.
100%.
But he's got the role now. I think Porter kind of like, they're kind of open to the idea. Well, not open, but like they're like conceding that Butters is gone. Like, we need a plan for the future, and Jason Horne-Francis is that guy. So put him in the midfield and play him in there and give him all the good roles.
Agree.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the next game. That was actually a weird game of footy. I actually fell asleep. It was on a Thursday night. I watched halftime. 11 points.
Perth time as well. Is it to start at 8:10? I'm assuming, given it's a Perth game. Fuck that. Like, Thursday night, like, sort the fucking fixture out.
I don't trust Jason Horne-Francis. Either goes 120 or 60, and every time I own him, he never goes 100 plus. I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. This is my first time, like, really owning Jason Horne-Francis. It's like, and like all the other times, I'm always stoked whenever anyone brings him in because I know he's going to dish out these 60 scores. But this is the first time I've really had him, and I'm like nervous as hell. Like, it's a nightmare hold. But hopefully he's been doing really well, so I'm confident with him now.
Yeah.
This is turning out to be one of my worst trade outs probably of the season.
What is it, man?
Getting rid of Josh Dacos at the bye.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Because he's gone, I believe he's gone 200s, like a 135 now and a high 90. And even though it's not like before that, he was only averaging like 90 for me. I think, at the end of the day, it only really matters what he did for the last 7 rounds.
Who did you trade him to?
I think Lockie Ash.
Okay.
No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went Dacos to Ash. I think they're basically about doing the same, but I just think, obviously, it's just a waste of a trade. If they end up averaging the same, it just
I get you.
ends up being a waste of a trade.
Yeah.
Decam back to some form as well. This game was like the perfect game for these two ruckmen. Like they both came up against the old dinosaur type ruckman, and it was like old school sort of rucking. Like Cameron and Cherry just went head to head and just basically smashed each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got it. Decam bounce back. Dacos doing Dacos things. Tagari, pretty good score from forward line.
Pretty good from all the sort of popular sort of Collingwood picks, apart from Dan Houston, I suppose. 83 is not shocking though.
Oh, fucking Dan Houston, mate. Been in my existence.
Do you have him? Do you have Dan Houston?
Still got him, mate. Yep.
Man,
just one of the ones between him and Geordie Clark. Just have to keep rolling into him.
Yeah, having both of those guys is a tough run. That's a tough run.
Yep.
I'm glad you held Sherry though.
Yeah, you saw, mate, in one of my videos. I was Tricot. I was a little bit trigger happy or tempted to pull the trigger on him, but the absolute burn job that would have been done if I had done it. So happy to hold, and he might score 70 next week, but average out to 100 is what it is.
I honestly think like the ruckman for me, I just never trade out the ruckman. For me that is coming. They go in cycles. Like even though if I had Jerry, I 100% would hold him. But I would never trade into him. But I still think Jerry is just a great hold. Like you can't trade out someone that has the ability to score 200. Like this year, like because he only needs to do that once, and it makes up for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. Simulator still got Dan. Yeah,
brother,
it's a frustrating own, mate. It's a frustrating own.
This was a frustrating game. The Sheasel, like this is the game.
Why was he so underscored?
Well, watching this game, he was playing really, really well. He's scoring really, really well. But Clarko decided to bench him at the most vital moments in the game. Like, he spent like 10 minutes on the bench at the end of the third quarter. So basically missed the whole end of the third quarter. And then he got benched with like 5 minutes to go in the game.
Why would he do that? Surely they stuffed up their rotations. Is that on the far right side? It says -14 to his,
It's absolutely not. It was an absolute nightmare. He was on track for.
Do you have any free against or no?
No, none.
No free kicks against.
No, he was on target for another ripper, and then he just
disposal efficiency 71s. I guess okay. It's nothing too low. Interesting one. That's an interesting score for him. But like you said, it's probably being taken off the game at the crucial moments where the points are on the line.
Yeah, it was a nightmare because I went in vice captain, so I was hoping that he would pump out another one. But
Parker, good trading, mate. He's done really well.
Yeah, this one was basically luck because I had no other option. Like really,
I know you traded him and you're like, I don't like it, but I'm doing it.
It's for the same reason that I don't like Luke Davies-Uniacke. Like their run gets really tough towards the end. So as much as it's nice to sort of get these scores now, I think he might run into like a really tough patch. Mind you, I'm more confident in Parker scoring well against the good teams than I would be with LDU. But I think earlier, if you have a look at Parker's scores throughout the season, his scores do drop against those good sides. So as much as it's a nice little sugar hit now, I think if I could have gone Wilkie, I would have gone Wilkie. Like I was saying in my last video, Wilkie is the best pick by far. I think. Like I just think
he's 190, man. Honestly,
I
think he had a 90 point fourth quarter for Supercoach.
We'll get into the St Kilda game as well because there's a few things that I think are interesting with the Saints.
Can you, out of curiosity, could you check, because Colby had a shit game, could you check Colby's ownership? I reckon a lot of people still have him, but I wouldn't be 100% sure how many people have him.
I reckon a lot of people have.
It's probably one of those players that people have just had to hold due to trade numbers. 11.
I swear.
Nice.
Was it 11? Where does it say that?
Yeah. Just there, mate, on the
Oh, yeah.
on the bottom right there. Yeah, 11. So not too many, but some. Like I reckon there's people that put him in the forward line. Like, oh, he's just in the forward line. Like it is what it is. He had a good score last week, obviously Colby as well, but it just his role. He's always ever changing.
And Caleb Daniel dropped to 58 as well because I think a few people.
Oh wow!
So,
Yeah, that's a 45, man. He was in the Supercoach.
oh yeah, 45. Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit! Imagine going him as a pod. You'd be fucking hating your life.
I've never been a fan of Caleb Daniel, even when he was at the Dogs. It's just not my guy.
You got your boys. He's not one of them.
Yeah, got my boys. He's not one of them. St Kilda, man. They are such a weird club. I reckon for like Supercoach and
look at all these people feasting. Oh my god.
So I don't know why, and like normally I feel like I have a pretty good gauge on football. Maybe some of the people in the comments can help me out. I don't understand why they are such a high possession side. Like when they win, they get stacks of the ball. It's like everyone's getting 40 touches when they win. And I don't really like Wilkie. To me, has the best role ever. Like he literally stands 50 meters out in the center of the ground and just gobbles up the switch. Like they switch it to switch. Like
look at there's a couple of key things there, man. Like disposal efficiency 97, time on ground 100. He didn't come off, and he does this. The Brad Hill one's interesting one. That role that he's got now as well. I think he's a mid forward if I'm not mistaken. So he could be something people can plonk in their forward lines.
I'm pretty sure he's all three. I think he's a mid forward defender.
Is he? I think it might be just for fantasy, perhaps.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but I think because he's playing that defensive role now. Yeah, but in AFL fantasy they do have those triple.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think that's what I've seen.
But mate, yeah, fucking Brad Hill though, like from a Supercoach perspective, who the fuck is Brad Hill? Like he's got no Supercoach pedigree, and he's old as well. It's just I don't know.
If he does, I'll be so shocked if Brad Hill can do 100, and if he can do 100 plus from here, I'll be shocked. But heaps of people are going him, and I can see why. But man, like I just can't go. There's no way I'm going there because I just feel like as soon as the Saints start to lose, surely they're not going to. Teams aren't just going to let them do this. Like this is the ugliest footy, and they play with like. They did it against Port and an injured Port at that, and Port nearly come back and got them. So, like, it's all good to do this against like the most injury riddled Port Adelaide and Essendon, but surely when you run into someone that's going to give you a little bit of resistance,
when they can't to a good team, they're not going to let them do this. Like if you come up against Geelong, Brisbane, Sydney, whatever, no way they're going to let them do this.
Like they had Lukosius playing on Wilkie. Lukosius was like. Could barely walk. Like he won't play next week, and then like he had something wrong with his calf, or he had that issue again with his Baker's cyst, or he could barely walk. Like he was doing nothing.
Yeah, he's cooked.
And then and then Butters obviously going. They just ran riot, and like as soon as Philippou scored 109, that's your sign to know that
Philippou's a downhill skier, mate. So if he's pumping you, then but yeah, you got Romo there. Doing well for those that did trade him in. Also, there's Max Hall, who was a pod, who was doing really, really well. He had a bit of a down game, unfortunately.
He was in the injury
his owners, but Maxi Hall.
Yeah, he went down a few times.
Right.
So I don't know what's his. So he still played 79% of game time, but there was an incident there in the center. I don't know what it was, but the contest left, and he was just like laying there.
Right,
and then he was also involved in the Butters. I'm pretty sure the Butters spoil was on Max Hall.
Right.
And he turned up. That was right after that contest as well, and he looked sore again after that.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't think he still played a good game, but I just think with the injuries that he was getting in the game, he just looked a bit sore to me.
Yeah. Jesse's chiming in obviously with some comments on this, saying they're just farming handball chains, which is so true. And then that Hill's got the Jack Sinclair role, which is also a good observation as well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think with the Jack Sinclair role, I don't know if to me, it looks like he's playing more of a wing role, but yesterday he did play off halfback, I reckon. I just don't know. I don't know. I just can't. There's something about me that says he's played 15 seasons. If he was maybe not good enough, probably not the right word, but if he was, I'm just going to use good enough because I can't think of anything else. If he was good enough to play one of those roles, he would have done it. He would have done it already. Like, why now? But he only has to do it for 7 weeks, right?
That's right.
So it's like, maybe he does. Like, maybe he does it for 7 weeks. Lobster on track for 2.479, which would be my best for the year. 2 primos off with Whitfield and Sanders. So only for 22 players. Lake as a rookie helped me yesterday. Yeah, that's huge. When you get, it's good when you got, rookie. That Lake looks like a really good option because he's holding his spot in the forward line and providing some cover.
Yep.
But I think also, hopefully, Pajadzki is going to come back. Because Schultz went down. So
right.
I'd be pretty hopeful.
Good cover.
That we might have some cover coming back in the forward line, but I haven't looked at I haven't looked at the football like I normally do. Like normally I'll look at like a VFL and all that, but I just haven't this week. This weekend's been like I didn't watch a game last night. Like I watched as soon as George Hewitt went down, I was done.
Checked out. Fuck it.
Football gone. I was just listening to Adele freaking sad songs for the rest of the night as soon as George.
Was it raining in Melbourne? Just looking out your window.
It was raining. I was just pondering life, looking out the window, listening to Adele, just thinking about George Hewitt and if he's all right.
Goes for a night run, just got your hoodie on. Just.
Oh, bro. I was just thinking this morning when I woke up and I'm like, fuck, I've got to do this bloody podcast, this online thing, and just think about George Hewitt again and just get ripped for picking George.
Got to face the music, mate. You got to face the music.
Oh, mate, it just makes me if you don't laugh, you'll cry, So
that's right. Hopefully, he bounces back.
And it's just the beauty. I think last week, and I was saying in my review video, my captaincy choice patched over a lot of mistakes, a lot of shortcomings for my team. My team's not that good. It's good, but it's not my rank is way better than what my team is. And having such low trades and, all it was going to take was that George Hewitt injury to really break my team. And now it's not broken, but it's on the verge. It's on the verge. If I get another, because I'll trade well this week and I'm confident I'll be able to work something out for my team to, obviously this week's going to be a little bit of a shitty week, but, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to bounce back for at least a couple of weeks. But then if I cop anything else to any of my other pods.
Yeah. The saving grace will be if someone else does. Let's say Hewitt's out for however long he's out for, 3-4 weeks. You go, trade, and then Butters is out for the season, trade. At least if you have someone else go down, you'll have adequate cover. I think you have a couple of mid rookies. You have Hawker Hahn. You have hopefully Podjowski comes back. So you'll have some cover, so you should be okay.
Have you watched? It's just reminded me because Lobs is just saying now he instantly felt for me when Hewitt was shown in the rooms. The Dan Gorringe videos that he makes, and it's got that James Bond music on it. That this is the end. When that happened, I swear I heard that song in my head, and I was just watching it at my face. If someone could have had that song with my face watching the TV, my heart was breaking.
Is it a slow pan in? Goes black and white as well.
Because he was on fire as well. So I actually started to set up the spa. I was like, you know what, I'm going to kick back, have a couple of beers in the spa. Just watch George Hewitt absolutely annihilate Hawthorn. And then he went down and I was like, this isn't this is bullshit. I ditched on the spa, everything. I was like, no, fuck this. I'm going to bed.
Really?
Nah, I actually had the spa, but
mate, you would have been testing your breathing capacity, mate. Just holding yourself down there for a couple of minutes. No, that's all right. I'll come back up. I'll face the music. It's fine.
Jordan, that's all right. I'll find another pod this week. I'll find one. I just need to go. I need to do a deep dive.
You'll find one. You'll find one.
And have a look at who I'd be bringing in. But apart from that,
don't want to reveal all your secrets on the live just yet. You want people to tune into the review.
Yeah, that's right. And plus, I haven't had a real look yet.
Yep. No, fair enough.
This I'm telling you, Clayton Oliver is something else.
Man, just keeps going, man. Just keeps going.
What a guy. What a man. Like this.
Fuck, what are the things I would do to have him instead of Callahan? Fucking hell.
Man. You know what's an interesting one? I reckon Clary would have been like, I feel like a club like Essendon really could have done with someone like that.
Yeah. What did Giants give up for him?
I think basically nothing, right? Wasn't it like a second rounder or something?
I can research that. I love our trade.
I think like maybe like there's always he has sort of like this culture issue maybe like in the past, but I think if he went to the right club and he obviously
the contract as well,
because he looks really really fit. What's not normally something I'd say about Clayton Oliver.
A future third round draft pick. And I don't know if Melbourne are paying some of his contract. I don't think so.
Like it's one that's worked for both clubs. Like it's worked for Melbourne, but it's obviously been really good for the GWS as well.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same situation. Started Oliver, and he's just been good enough. And I think with all the injury, I think if there was less injuries, he'd probably be traded out of a lot of sides. He would have been traded out of mine, but in hindsight, that would have been a bad idea because he's looking like he's going to do 110 on the season. So, I'll take that all.
Doesn't get tagged.
No, and that's the beauty of it. Like he's got the perfect role. Like because Callahan is the one that you have to tag there, and all teams are doing it, and it's working. GWS aren't winning when you beat Callahan; they don't win. So
yeah, I think Callahan's. I don't know. He's quite young. I think he's only 22 or thereabouts for Callahan, but he's put a really sour taste in my mouth this season. Trading into him, and then he's going 80, 90, 100, 80, 90, 100. It's like, fuck this, man. Like, what a waste of a midfield spot.
He's going to get there, though. He's going to get there.
He will, but he has to show me, I reckon. I definitely won't slide him next season, I don't think. And watch he'll go 120. You have high faith in him?
Oh, huge faith. I think he's going to be like top 5 player like in the league. I think this game was really, really positive. He still, even though he was getting tagged, he had really big moments. Like he didn't do obviously he wasn't getting the numbers, but his moments were big, and I like that because I feel like when a kid or a young player is dealing with a tag for the first time, they're never going to beat the tag. They have to learn how to, unless you're Nick Dacos. You're going to learn how to, I remember Bont going through this and Bont getting tagged a lot. And, the players were getting on top of him all the time. And eventually he became a moments guy. He would win the big moments. And I see Callahan sort of doing that now. And then eventually he'll just be too big, too strong, too quick, and too good. And I just think Callahan is one of those players. I really like him. I think
you're a keen eye for talent, mate. I'll take your word for it. We'll see.
I think he's good. I think he'd be good. I back Callahan in. Maybe not this season. I think it's hard. It's really hard to be 20 or however old Callahan is. He's probably 22 or something like that. And be the most the best player on your team. I just think it's really.
Well, I guess put it this way: he would have definitely had Tom Green had Tom Green not gone down with the knee, so he would have been a good help for him. And then Josh Kelly's definitely past it. I don't think he's going to be that much of a difference maker, but he's obviously been out this year as well. Caniglio's nowhere near it. So I guess that midfield mix, if you let's just say you put Tom Green in there, Tom Green, Clary, Callahan's bound to get off the chain at some point, or at least you got Tom Green and Clary farming it out to Callahan. That's a dangerous mix. So he's probably been hurt by that. He's probably had more tags this year because of it. But I think he's one of that midfield mix where he's better for having Tom Green in the team. Put it that way, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Simulator saying he had Caldwell for the first 10 rounds, so top 500 is ridiculous.
Oh, fucking top 500 with fucking Caldwell in your team for that long. Jesus Christ.
I think that's proof,
really good.
That's proof, and my team as well, that you can have some. I had some shockers. I started Sam Layla. I think he was going at 70s at the start of the season. I didn't have Sheasel. I didn't start Sheasel. Probably the only person on planet Earth.
Still spins me out, mate.
There's heaps of ones that I had. I started Tim English. I had Tim English as captain when he scored 40 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you can make a lot of mistakes. It's just
imagine all those points though. Like had you made those right decisions, like hindsight's a beautiful thing. But
for me, the big one that the other ones I don't really mind because I don't mind going like risky picks like that. But the one that really pissed me off was at the start of the season. I was literally 50-50 between Ed Richards and Max Holmes, and I went Ed Richards. And it's cost me like 300 points or something like it's been brutal, like to just hold that for that long. And
because you'd be looking at the ranks, mate. Like I guess reasonably closely. Like how because you're currently 197. Is that right?
192.
Sorry. How far off you 100? Do you know? Like, is that easy to identify how far off, like, the top 100 you are? From an overall points perspective, I'd be interested to see.
So, the guy in 3723.
37023.
So about 120 points.
It's nothing, right? That's nothing. That's fucked how close it is.
I think, funnily enough, even with the George Hewitt 33, I still think I might be a chance to actually hold my rank, like be very, very close. I don't think 2,400 is that bad.
No. Well, I know we're not that close to the ranking. I'm sort of 15,000, but yeah, even with your injury, you're still projected higher than me. So that's. But if you look, to the other point that you made, look at some of the other teams in the Supercoach Edge League, and they're projected that the par will probably this week will be 2-3-2-3-5-0. I think I'm just taking a guess.
I'll just do like the teams around me aren't doing that great. I don't know why I clicked on this matchup.
Is there a couple of popular players perhaps that aren't doing very well that everyone sort of got? Is that why? Do you think?
I'll have a look at Petro's
I know Jackson, say for example.
This guy's basically been on top for a long period. So yeah, he's got Heaney, Davies-Uniacke, McKercher, John Noble. Wow. And then he's got some of the common ones that haven't done well for me as well. So he's had Petrarca, Miller. Obviously, Zach Butter's going down. He's a player short as well.
Most teams will have Petrarca. Most teams will have who's the other player? Butters as well. Butters will definitely be in most people. So I'm trying to think why is it projected so low this week is all.
LDU, like there's a lot of teams that have those sort of common guys. So I think this is the chick from is it Code Sports or whatever? She's got she's got like 10 trades left and just absolutely dominating.
How's she going?
Yeah, she's looking like she's going to get 2,000. She's projected 2,500. She should get pretty close.
Still got Jagger.
She'll get over that, to be honest, because you got Durham only projected 78. You got Pickett projected.
Noah Anderson's also an interesting one. I think we I don't know if we talked about the Suns game in great detail, but that's another interesting one, mate. The Noah Anderson, and because people were obviously wrapped after his appendix surgery, he was going gangbusters, and I think he's now come back down to earth with the Suns also shooting the bed too.
I just have like a blanket rule on the Suns now.
69.
I'm not going any Suns players now.
Fair enough.
Like even Dimmer in the post-match press conference conceded that they're not going to make finals now. There's still 6 games to go. You're like a game out.
Yeah. It's probably the mind games of these players, but to be fair, as a player, if you're a Suns player and you hear your coach say, "Yeah, this season's done. We got 6 red," how does it make you feel? How would that make you feel? That rev you up, or that just put you you're like fuck it, yeah, whatever? How would you feel?
Oh, to be honest, I don't know. I don't really know. When I played, mate, I was just like the dumbest player. I just didn't think about anything. Like I was just
out there.
I was just out there having it. I just tried to take
just enjoying it.
But
I'll put yourself in the mind of a professional AFL player at the Suns. Like, does that G you up, or does that you think fuck it, the season's cooked? I think more column A. Like, surely they go, nah, this season's not done. We're gonna stand for something.
I think Dimmer's
starting to lose the plot a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's lost it. I think he's gone up there on like, and he's living He's living the Gold Coast lifestyle, man. He don't give a fuck no more. Like he obviously cares, but
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I like their team. To be fair, you look at this whole bottom sort of end of their list. It's not great. Like if this is the best that they got to dish out.
Yeah, that's true. I think they interviewed the Suns player a while ago. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Tuke Miller, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. And they said, "Oh yeah, we have lost a couple of key role players, such as I think is it Ainsworth who went to Carlton?
Yeah,
is that right, Ben Ainsworth, and then Fiorini, who obviously is injured, but he was healthy last year. There's those types of players that those bottom, arguably 5 players." That they play their role in the Suns team. They've just lost out on those role players that play that quality. So you got sort of gun superstars, and then nobody's really in the AFL sense. Not being rude to these players, but just like to your point, the bottom pass not good.
Best trade. Let's have a little look. Why not? Because it's probably the biggest talking
point.
Let's do it. For sure. Best trade-ins for Butters this week. So we'll chuck in. We'll assume that it has to be a midfielder, right? Like no one's sort of going to be bringing on a bench option.
Why not?
Well, I think a
lot of people in green, mate. You got a lot of top players, which is good.
but don't have these two, so maybe these two are good options. But I think any one of these top guys, so Sheasel, Heaney, Smith, Dacos, Bont, Dawson, Holmes, Naz. I think if
just go top 10.
If you go any of those, I think you're winning. Like you've done well. Like,
and I think you look at like runs and who's got the best run home and those sorts of things, which fine. But at the same time, a gun player is a gun player. So you can try and predict as much as you try to, but if someone's averaging 115 plus, like speaks for itself.
I think anyone in that top 9 is just a good option. I think if you're going to go anyone below that, that's where it gets interesting. Like I think that's where you can kind of like start to get a bit creative and.
How much is Butters' price, mate, at the moment?
So Butters is 612.
612, and what you think the injury he'll come down to 600, say, or 590, or
he won't lose too much because he still scored 87 or whatever it was. So
I think you'll make a great point. There'd be a difference of people that have no money in their bank account and they got say one trade left and they're going down versus the ones that are going up. But Baz Smith will be affordable for most. So will Heaney.
Corner jumped on board as well.
Hey lads,
I gave him a shout out in my last. I don't know if he caught the last. We spoke about content creators in the last live stream, and who your favorite content creator is. And I was saying the Supercoach Corner boys are my top.
Fantastic.
So I'm stoked that they joined on as well. They did reach out during the week as well.
That's awesome. I love to hear the community all collaborate. And we joined obviously a couple months ago, so it's lovely to hear that some people out there are taking notice and engaging, which is great.
Do you know who's not a good option to trade in for Zach Butters? George Hewitt.
Let's assume Max Holmes would be a good one, I think, because if you don't have Maxi just because of the DPP, I like that. Zeret I would not touch. LD I wouldn't touch, and Nando I wouldn't touch. Oliver might be a good one.
This is a good one. This is a good one from the Supercoach boys. This is probably an even bigger question. Darcy or Tyson? Only one answer is correct. I'm gonna, because I'm the one that reached out to the Supercoach Corner boys. I get to pick first. I feel like that's only fair. I'm team Darcy. So that's just me. I love Tyson. He's the man. But I'm team Darcy. So Dibbles, you can jump off. You're with Tyson.
Done. I'll fair is fair. I'll go Tyson.
But they're both unreal. They're both unreal.
Agree.
Smith or Dawson? Yeah. Who do you reckon?
Do you just go Smith because of the? I know I just said don't read too much into the draw, but if you're splitting between two Uber Primos, like is the draw something that you do read into? Yes, and at the end of the day, I'll probably go Smith to give you a clear answer. To go yes, Smith. And I think now with the Geelong injuries, like they have to, if they want to make anything of their season, he has to play. Surely they're not going to rest him.
Yeah.
You got a different view?
One. Nah, no, not really. I think they both could do it. I think Dawson has a really good run too. Like he's got start of the finals, he got Essendon and Richmond for like league finals. I think that's really good. And Dawson just the only thing that I would be slightly worried about was Dawson looked a little bit sore last night, a little bit. He was getting attention to his calf, I think, or something like that, or his hip, or I can't remember. But that would be the only thing. And Smith to me is prime, ready to go. But I don't really care. Like,
I think it's more who you don't have in terms of splitting them. Flip a coin, really.
Yeah, you probably got one of them, right? So if you've got one of them, go the other one. A lot of teams will have both. If you don't have either of them, I'm gonna just because I don't want to sit on the fence, I'm gonna go. Fuck! I said Smith was my best trade in, but for some reason I think it's Dawson. I don't know why. I think
and to make Cotsy mate more confused, I'll go Smith. So you got,
so tough.
You go with Nemo because he's ranked top 200.
No.
Go with that.
I think you're safe either way.
Yeah, spot on.
Supercoach Corner boys are saying that's why Dibbles is better. So,
thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
That's fair.
Oh, love the banter. It's great.
Will Ashcroft could be a good trade for Butters. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I like it.
Yeah, good one, Davo. Let's check that out per his request.
So the run home for Brisbane is unreal. They have a really good run. They're obviously hitting form.
Yep.
They got Essendon this week, then West Coast, Port, Carlton, Hawks at the Gabba, and then Gold Coast and
Gabba.
Collingwood to finish.
What's his last three average? His last three average, if you scroll up, what's his last 3 and 5?
So he's
scroll up. Summary. Scroll down a little bit. Oh, we're looking at shit. Yeah. Wowee. What's he priced at now?
550, 548. After
it'll take some balls to go him instead of a Dawson or a Smith, but that's one that could pay off.
You know what? This is Nemo territory. This is
What's his ownership?
Dave has blown my cover because I wanted to sort of bring this up during the preview, but that's all right.
Just a little bit of a bonus for those that dialed into the live. What's his ownership, mate, at this point in the season?
7.5.
0.5?
7.5.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
I like it a lot. I think it's really good, honestly. The run home's just too good. You know, Brisbane are hitting their straps. You know, Brisbane's going to be good.
And did I hear you mention? Sorry, before I spoke, you said he's going to go 200 against the Dons today.
Yeah, well, because it's going to bump his price up, right? Like he's going to say he goes 200. There's every chance he goes 150 today. So, you know, he's not going to be as discounted as you think. I don't think. Like he's not like you're basically going to be making a little bit of money going Butters to him.
Yeah, it's a super risky one, mate. Which I don't think you'll do because you don't like injury prone players. Go Hugh McLuggage, mate. It should be good.
You know what? Like I wouldn't go him because of the injury, but you never know. Like I wouldn't. Is he playing today?
Yeah, he is. Him and Zorko are back.
Maybe I'm not considering him, but say he goes. If he goes, what if Hugh McCluggage comes out today and goes 160? Does then everyone is that an option for people?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's more just that pod, and he who knows, he might have gotten over whatever issues he's got. Obviously, price is reasonable. It probably allows you to go another. Butters to Hugh probably makes you 130, 50k. So there's that as well. Is there anyone, as we're looking at Butters options, is there anyone potentially in the forward line that you would consider with a DPP swing? Using an example would be, say a Ron Marshall or something like that. Like, is it something that you'd consider there? We gone straight mids.
I would almost certainly go. I like, obviously it's still early in the week, but if I have Hewitt and Butters out, I will 100% be going a DPP player just because I have no forward cover. So if something happens in the future, I won't be able to have any cover for the forward line. And I'm almost like, normally I look into it a little bit more, but at this stage I'll almost be guaranteed to be bringing in Sam Durham.
Yeah, right.
And I can't believe I'm doing that because I was against it earlier in the season, but I kind of have to. It's either him or Brad Hill, and I'm not going Brad Hill. I don't care if he scores 400. I'm not going Brad Hill.
Yeah.
Butters 599. Just go Naz in the midfield if you don't have 50k, and obviously don't. Yeah, I think
it's a good call.
That's a good call. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I think with regards to Naz, it's how much more expensive is he now? Because those that don't have much cash, let's say you got one trade left or two trades left, you don't have much cash available. You should be able to get there. He will be at what? He'll be at 6.
He'd probably be at 640 at least, won't he? Like he scored 150.
Thereabouts. Yep.
Some people might not have the money for that as well,
Sorry, I misread Supercoach Corners. He said if you have 50k. Sorry. Yep, agree.
The 50k will get you there. Like, tricky.
Yeah, if you have 50k, 100%. And also, there's all these different swings, right? So, like, if I use Butters as an example, and say you go trade out Butters, but then you were to bring Petrarca into your midfield, just as using it as an example, then you get someone in your forward line, say a Romo, right, or a Durham. Cool. Or you can do the opposite. You can go Butters out, Naz from your defense to your mid, and then pick a defender that you want. So there's all these different swings. So I think when people are going to these Butters trades, don't necessarily think mid. There might be some players out there that either say you can't afford a top tier midfielder, an Uber Primo, just turn your mind to maybe getting a defender or a forward because there are some swings that'll be available to you.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about that now because I could just pop Sheasel in the midfield and then just look at bringing in another forward if there's one there. I don't know. I haven't looked at
whatever makes the most sense. Like don't do it just for the sake of doing it. It's more just if money's an issue or if you like a player better than a certain player. Like for example, if you were faced with the decision to go Aldi or a Zach Merritt, say, and that's all you could afford, or you can get I don't know, a Lockie Ash in your defense or a Romo in your forward line, you go, okay, I prefer maybe the other option. Just something to consider.
Butters for Grundy and Flex, a good move.
Butters for Grundy and Flex. You're a current Grundy. I know I've been off Grundy for a couple of weeks. You've been keeping a closer eye on him than I. What are your thoughts?
I think if you're going to go, if you're trying to really make up rank, I think it's a risky move, but I think it's one that could pay off. Everyone knows how high I am on Ruckman. I just bring in, if I have a chance to bring in a Ruckman, I'm bringing in the Ruckman. But I don't know. There's probably better. It depends who you don't have, right? Like I think if you've got all the big guys, like if you've got Smith and you've got Heaney and you've got Dawson and you think there's no better option, then yeah, I think it's okay. But I think surely you've got some, unless your team's going that well, but surely you've got another guy that you can bring in that's better than Grundy, I think. I don't hate it. I think he's a gun.
Yeah. What's Grundy's run? Can you check what his run is?
Yes. So
Adelaide, McAndrew, Briggs, Romo, Sweet, Tonsa Shrash, Cherry. Sort of middle ground. Nothing too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd be going there. Looking at that, I don't think I'd be going there.
And he plays better at SCG as well. He's only got 3 there. 3 out of the 7, I think.
Yeah. I think if I didn't own him, I said this in my preview video. If I didn't own Grundy, I wouldn't go Grundy. So maybe no. But I don't hate it. Like if you really need to make up ranks and you're like looking for like a sort of like a, it's not even really a pod because he's in 30% of sides. Like, oh no, that's Isaac Heaney, my bad.
That's all right. Same run. It was the same teams though.
But if you're looking for like a little bit of a, like what's he in? Yeah, he's in 30% of sides anyway. No, I'd say no. I'd say look to somebody else.
Yep.
So,
and there's always that risk of him where they was a fucking horse. He's been fucking
got Gawn, Jackson.
Cox at him. They might rest him.
So he's got Gawn, Jackson Smith, only missing Dawson. So I think you've helped me make my decision. Yeah, I think I'd be 100% going Dawson over Grundy.
Having a I think we sort of perceive the flex to be someone that definitely get the third ruck, which to your point, always try and get the best ruck in. But if you're picking between Grundy and Dawson, I take Dawson. I'd agree with that.
For me, I always used I just think, I don't know, we can get caught up in super coaches in like the tactics a lot. I just always go the player that I think is going to score more. I know that sounds stupid.
You strip it back to that simplicity, yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm going to pick someone in the flex, I don't really worry about like I could, unless I'm really desperate for DPP or something like that.
Not at this point in the season.
No, just bring in the bloke you think's going to score. You only got, and don't worry about the past now. Like, don't worry about, just think about 6 weeks. That's all they have to do is for 6 weeks. It might be a guy that you don't normally go for the whole season, but they're coming into really good form, or you just got a hunch that they're going to really sort of pop off for 6 weeks. I think that's why I was sort of faded Heaney, because I was pretty confident that this patch after that massive score wasn't going to be great, because I had an option to bring him in. There was a stage there I could have brought him in. But I decided to go with Hewitt, and it was working until he went down. And I think you can get something like that. It could be someone like Ashcroft. Like, I would never start Ashcroft. He's someone that I would never, ever start. But for 6 weeks, he could be the option. He could.
Yeah.
You can go these really, like someone like Brad Hill. I would never, ever, he would never even come up in this conversation. I would never be having a Supercoach conversation about Brad Hill. But now it's like, I still don't like it, but I can see why people are like, well, he only has to do it for 6 weeks. Like 6 weeks, and if he scores 120, 110, that's massive. Like,
yeah, that's right.
I'm shattered that it's weird. Like, I'm not shattered that I didn't go Wilkie, because if I went Wilkie last, like for Whitfield, I'd be left with no trades. I'd be left with one trade. But
yeah,
man, it was tough watching that 190 just split between, like, because the whole week in my video I was saying, if you don't have Wilkie, get Wilkie. Bring Wilkie.
giving good advice to people.
And I'm telling everyone, bring Wilkie. I know I'm saying I can't do it, like, because my team's fucking stuck. But
yeah,
if I wasn't stuck, do what you can to bring in Wilkie. Obviously, I wasn't predicting 190, but
yeah,
I was saying that Wilkie can match Naz till the end of the season. And now it makes it a lot easier when you get a 40-point head start.
Yeah. I think this week will be a lot of, I think, obviously Sunday games to come. There's still 6 teams to play. But I think this week is, did you have Wilkie or did you not? Did you have Whitfield covered? Did you not? And that'll probably dictate a lot of your score. I think that'll probably separate a lot of people. Because if you had 23 players playing this week with Wilkie versus someone like me, for example, who doesn't have Wilkie and I'm playing with 22, you're likely to score 150, 200 more points than me.
Yeah. Man, you know what else? Like Tuke Miller, if anyone wants to buy Tuke Miller off me, I'm selling him for packet of chips, eaten chips, molten bread, left out. Like, I'll have like beer out in the sun. Anything that anyone wants to give me for a Tuke Miller, you can have it. I don't want this. This is the worst idea that I've ever. What the was I thinking?
Mate,
my God.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing. He is a gun. He has been a gun player in the past. But mate, if you had an extra couple of trades, you were able to do a luxury trade. I reckon he'd be the first one out for you.
Oh, 100%. He would be the first one. I'd trade him out of the game. Like, I don't want to see. He will never, ever, ever be in my Supercoach team again. Like, he is the most frustrating watch. Like, I watched maybe like 10 minutes of the game yesterday of the Gold Coast Adelaide game, and I was like, nah, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm not watching this shit no more. Like, between Tug Miller and Christian Petrarca, like, Christian, you know what? I actually don't. I really dislike Christian Petrarca, probably because I'm a Bulldog fan, and watching him destroy us in that grand final pissed me off. But like, I feel like he's always been like a guy that's about him, and you know what? I'm happy the Gold Coast are like this. So, but I'm just not going to bring them into my Supercoach team anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Looks like 350 to 2.4 is par.
I'd agree with that.
I reckon it'll be lower, honestly. I think par will be 2-3.
Yep.
I think a lot of the good players might, like a lot of the top guys might score well. I think there'll be a big gap. I think there'll be guys that score like 2,500 plus, but there'll be heaps of guys that are like 2,200.
Yeah.
Just because of like what you said, the gap with Wilkie.
Yeah, I think it'll be the top guys are the non-Whitfield owners and the Wilkie owners up the top. Those opposite, obviously, down here. And then whatever happens in the middle happens in the middle.
Yeah.
Captain choices as well.
It reminds me of a lot of that of the week that everyone had Grundy as captain when he scored 200.
Yep.
Like, there was the guys that had Grundy and the guys that didn't. And like, it was just a massive gap in between. And I feel like we're on track for another one of those weeks.
Yeah.
Guy in my league is projected to get 2,650 with Durham and Gawn. See, this was me before fucking Hewitt. Dead set.
I think Durham is... I can check my team. Well, you can check on there, mate, but Durham's projected, I'm not sure.
He's only projected 78.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fucking smashing it. Yeah. So yeah, for you and me, we're currently, you're 2-4 projected on 2-3-6. Like, that's, if that all goes according to plan to this dude. That's
Have you banked your captain yet?
More. Yeah, I banked Naz. Yeah.
Yeah. See, my ones, even on my projections 2-4, I'm relying on a captain to score 157. Yeah, like, he's projected 157. So
he's going to go 200, but so it's all good.
You know what? Yeah, I'm confident he's going to go to. For some reason,
but if he does go 200, that's you to you're just on 2.5 after that.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right.
Have faith, mate. Don't mate. Have faith.
You're right. I'm going 2.5 this week because Gawn's just about to bang out. Actually, anyone that's watching, if you've already banked Naz, you're making the wrong decision. Go chuck it on Gawn. All right, chuck it on Gawn. Actually, go risky because I need to make up some ranks. Maybe like take a risk on like a Cozzy Pickett.
Hey, mate, you know what would be great for you? Actually, you know what would be not to say equally as valuable, but definitely going to be a value for you if Anand has a fucking ripper game. Because then Georgie Hewitt's current 33 is in your best 23. He'll clearly drop out. So that Anand score for you, if he goes 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, that actually dictates a lot of your week.
I know. It's actually, the thing is, like, at the moment, his projection is probably in my score, like him getting 50 because he's projected 50.
Yep.
So his projection's already in there because,
Sure. Yeah, okay. I get what you mean.
Like, I need him to, like, obviously, if Anand just comes out and has a blinder and scores 100, what's not, like, even, like, this is not going to happen. But if he did, that's a massive swing for me. But
also, I can't see it, but Cozzy Pickett's projected, it looks like it's double 88. Figures, 88 against Richmond. Okay, what's his ownership, Cozzy?
51.
Fuck. Right. Still, that's very much. He's versing Tigers, so we expect him to smash it.
I love Cozzy.
But obviously, if he smashes it, then 50% of coaches have him. But yeah, just you're really honing in your projected and seeing where you can get a leg up.
I know, like, Cozzy is a lot of people love Cozzy, but he's one of my boys too. Cozzy, like, I'm claiming Cozzy. I'm claiming George Hewitt. George Hewitt, he even though he got injured, he's still one of my boys. I'm trying to think of who else is just like the players. I love Cosy Pickett, man. I love him. I don't know if it's like there's obviously the Darwin connection, but obviously he's just. I just love the way he plays. Like I just like the Pickets, man. I just like seeing a Pickett smash someone. I don't know, like I just love it. Like it's just the best thing.
Something enthralling about that. But he runs around like I don't know. He likes the style of his shorts being maybe a bit too big, like his shorts coming down. Interesting cat. 79% of the top 1% own Cozzy. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You know, because I think a really good story for sort of the Northern Territory recently is Wade Dirksen playing for Carlton. So back home, he plays for a club called Nightcliff, what's like a powerhouse club in the Northern Territory. And I used to watch him play a fair bit. And at local level, he's a star, man. He plays everywhere. Like he's such a versatile player. I was so surprised to see him go and play as like a key defender for Carlton, because I just thought because at local level, if you can play key position, you normally do. But he basically roams as like a midfielder, sort of halfback, and dominates. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I think Dirksen hasn't got the flowers that he deserves for this patch of form that Carlton have been in. I think he's been really good. And I think
he always looks like he gives a lot of effort as well when he's playing.
Yeah, I think with a bit more role, I honestly think someone like not that this is really Supercoach relevant, but like I just think he'll come on leaps and bounds. I think he's a really good player.
And shows obviously the talent. I guess the talent at the AFL level. Like he's that much of a gun in the Northern Territory League, in the State League, and then he comes into AFL, has to play a role, unfortunately, to get the gig. But he might develop into that type of role at AFL level, bit more flair, a few more touches, and a bit more impact on the game.
It's an electric league too. Like you got a lot of like Braden Parfitt is up there, Jed Anderson. There's a lot of sort of Jimmy Rowe who used to play for Adelaide. There's like a lot of the Indigenous boys, after they sort of finish up with their football careers, they end up playing up there and dominate.
That's cool.
It's a really fun league to watch. Like I like watching it compared to like the VFL. It's like, don't get me wrong, VFL's better football and whatever. Like of course,
it's probably a bit more flair up north.
Yeah, and unique conditions as well. Like obviously, every single game is basically a wet game because of the humidity. But yeah, it's a unique style of footy. It's good. So maybe we should have a look ahead at the games going, and then that can sort of see us off. We've got the Dogs and the Eagles, Demons and Tigers, Lions and the Bombers. I think the Dogs. This is an interesting game because I think a lot of teams have like Bulldogs are normally a really high ownership Supercoach team. Like they normally have a lot of players that score well. This year, I think, has been sort of the down year. I think a lot of people hoping for a Bontempelli return to form.
Yep. Yeah, agree. I think Ed Richards should be good for Yo. I think he should get off the chain, I would hope, and then have a really good game. An interesting one for the Doggies is Bailey Dale. Dale's been a little bit up and down, but mostly up the last sort of month or so. So I reckon there's been probably a couple of people that have gone Dale recently to fill out their back lines because he's a bit of a cheaper option. So I think he should do well against West Coast. I think it's under the lid at Marvel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think you said that earlier. So yeah, he usually goes well at Marvel.
I think this is personally, just because I watch the Dogs, I think this will be a down week for Dale.
Yeah, sure.
Because Murdoch is he's just such a negative. Like he's playing that negative forward role, and I just got a feeling we got no one else that he's going to go to. Like who will I think with Butterick going down, I think that's almost mind you, Dale has an ability to just go off. Like he can just go off. But I got a feeling that Murdoch's going to really West Coast have been able to employ sort of like these real sort of negative roles pretty well. Like they use Brady, they go with the roles. A lot of teams just don't really employ that position at all, but they seem to put a negative
like
forward
Suns, for example.
Yeah, and I think Hoff will probably go to Bont, I'm assuming.
I think also the interesting thing about this game as well will be when you guys, and you know better than me, but when I've tuned into games where you guys don't have a recognised ruckman, aka Tim English, you guys do pretty shit. So, which this week you don't. So, not that West Coast have the best ruckman, Bailey Williams, because they don't. But that might be an advantage they have over you guys today.
Yeah, this is interesting. If you had Dale Bont, Ed Richards VC before Gorn, what score would you take? I suppose you could say what score would you take in general as well.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I wouldn't take it.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Unless, like, Bonty, I think is probably the only one that can tempt me. Like, I don't think Dale's going to go 150 plus. I don't think Ed Richards is going to go 150 plus. Bont's probably the only one that has the ability to go, like, I would have to see from Dale or Ed maybe 125 at 3/4 time.
Yeah, I was thinking 120 in my head as well. But we've seen, like, we spoke on the Grundy and Jordan Clark examples a bit earlier in the live, and how they had really, really good strong scores. It was probably more at that half-time point, but how unstuck can come after a half. Third quarter, you have a bit more confidence, but yeah, I'd say 120.
I've never been more confident in a 200 in my life than Max Gorn today. I would never predict a 200. I'm flat out predicting a 200. And the only, like, mind you, this is coming from a bloke that says Sam Walsh was the best captain last week. He scored 60. But I am just, there's a chance that I'm putting, this is like the commentator's curse that I'm doing to Max Gorn now. He'll probably get injured. But
hey, what's your vendetta against the Tigers, mate? You're thinking all the big boys are going to go well against the Tigers. Makes sense.
I think anyone goes well against the Tigers. I think I could roll out there today and score
at least
a solid 90.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Look at
the last two scores, as in, like, after the most recent one.
Yeah, and this one, he was a bit banged up, and, he had Max Heath
in the side.
Sharing,
I think. Yeah, it was ruck sharing heaps that game.
And I'm pretty sure he played a really low percentage of game time. I could just be, like, making that up to, like, make it fit my narrative as well.
No. But I remember that vividly. It was the Anzac Eve game.
But previously, and this isn't against a Nank, I'm guessing that's, like, in good, like, in decent form. The only thing is, I think earlier in the year, Noah Bolter played a role on Gorn and did really well. Like, basically smacked. Isn't the game that he need him in the back?
Yep.
So I think that's why that score's low. Noah Bolter is a little bit of a clumsy prick. Like, he could do that shit again. Like, that's the only thing. The only thing I'd be worried about is Noah Bolter basically hurting Max Gorn. That's the only way he can not score 200, because Noah Bolter's he's a prick, man. Anyway. Hopefully Max Gorn just monsters him and just goes massive. But I think to Tyson's point, I think probably 100. You'd want to see a big score, probably 120, because you just don't know what they're going to score in that last quarter as well. Like, from there,
like you'd be fuming if they had 120 at the 3/4, and they ended up at 130 because they slowed down, and then Gorn goes 160, 170. Like, yeah, it's only 30, 40 points in the day, but it's 30, 40 points that, I think they could have been avoided. You could have just rolled into Gorny, because it was going to be an awesome matchup, as we know it will be.
Like this, but so someone was saying in my someone commented in one of my videos earlier in the week that Gorn is on a 24 game ton run, right?
Oof.
So I don't think is there a barring injury, so injury being the only way, is there any way in the world that Gorns goes below 100 against Richmond? I don't think so.
Not.
Like, you'd have to. You got to play the odds. I think the odds are in the favour of Gorn. If he's on a 24 game ton run, he's coming up against Richmond at the G. Richmond are just, like, they are bad, like, really bad. I just don't see a world that he doesn't score at least 100, and that's, like, being super conservative. Like, so I don't think even if you are like, I want to go safe and bank 120, it's like, Gawn's probably safe to go 120, to be honest. Like,
you think 110 to 120 is his floor. You think, and then anything above that, because he could go to 160, 170, 180. So, yeah.
He's going 200. I'm calling it now. 200.
So looking at go ahead, mate.
If Cal Wilkie's going 190 these days,
oh my God.
Come on.
Is there any other games that we didn't touch on? Was it we touched on Melbourne, Richmond? We touched on.
No, we got
the Bombers and the Lions.
Oh man, I think. You know what? It would be interesting to see. For me, the thing is to see, because now I'm thinking about bringing in Durham.
Yep.
I was very surprised to see how well he did last week when you guys got pumped by the Saints, but Durham was still able to do really well. I thought that was a really good sign.
He honestly looks like he's the only one that gives effort. Like, you're watching the game, and granted, yes, it's more players that give effort, but in terms of visually seeing it on the telly, outside of when I'm fucking falling asleep because we're getting pumped, or when I've flicked the channel across, he looks like he just gives 110% effort all the time. So, yeah, as long as he's got the midfield role and then they don't fuck around with his role, which they haven't over the last, say, month or so, he should be good.
I feel so, like I was saying, like Essendon are in such a tough, like, if you think about their leaders don't want to be there. Like, I think that's very hard to walk out with a club where you got Merritt, Ridley, Parrish, all these guys that are like meant to be leading the club, but they don't want to be there. Like, it'd be so tough as like a Like, it's good that you guys signed Caddy though. That's huge. Huge.
Agree. Simulators chimed in with the wanting 100 and 115 to 3/4. Yep. A little bit more safety.
Yeah, 110, 115, 3/4 time. I think, I can see the argument for it. Like, I think that's the safety option, but I just like, so if someone goes if someone goes 110 to 3/4 time, they're probably looking like at getting to 140, 150.
I think so.
It'd sort of be like the natural progression. Yeah, I can see why you'd take that.
Yep.
Makes sense. I don't think if you're taking a score like that, you're not getting it wrong, right? That's a good pick.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just that I don't have that option because my vice captain was Sheasel. So I'm trying to be optimistic here and say Gawn's going to go 200.
Yeah, agree. I think, and a couple of other things to look out for the Brizzy Dons game outside of Brisbane smacking us around will be on the Brisbane side. It'll be if McCluggage returns, Zorko return, how that looks there. The Ashcroft, if you're looking at him as a pod, Neil, those don't have Neil, looking at him as a bit of a pod as well on the line side. And then on the Essendon side, with Roberts back, not only Roberts himself and his performance and how he goes with that shoulder clearly a bit banged up, how it impacts Merritt's role. Does Merritt go into the midfield now? Does he stay back? How does it impact Durham? If it does impact Durham at all, what's going on with Caldwell? Those sort of guys, like what's the mix at the moment for Essendon? We should just see how that all plays out. So a couple of not only footy relevant stuff, but more so Supercoach relevant stuff to look out for in that game, I reckon.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I expect Lions to just completely ruin us, and then for them all to have spike scores. But I think it's more those roles that we need to look out for.
Yeah. Fanny here saying that surely he takes Naz's score 154, and
I think bank it, mate, because you look at what's the risk versus reward. So okay, let's say Gawn scores 170. You've gotten 100. You got 16 more points, and that's a lot of risk to take if he goes up on the first bounce and does the ACL on the first fucking ruck contest. Then you'll be spewing because you could have banked that. So I think if Naz was 110, 120, I would probably say roll into it. But I'd say banker. What do you reckon?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like, I'm only taking the piss because I've got to be positive about Max Gawn. In all seriousness, like 154, you're taking that every day. Like, that's just crazy if you're not taking that. Like, you have to take it. Like, unless there's unless you're like playing like head-to-head leagues, and like that would be the only reason. Like, if that's what you're playing for, and you're like, your opponent has Naz as vice captain, and you've maybe got all commons, and you have to make up 30 points or something.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I would go Max Gawn. Like if I had Naz banked, and in hindsight, I should have gone Naz. Like I just couldn't be bothered thinking about it this much this week, and I was like, you know what, Sheasel is on, and he's averaging like 160. I'm not gonna like if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Like just go Sheasel and just see what happens. Like
Yeah.
But I did really like the Naz matchup as well. I think I had him as my second or my third option. I had Max Gawn as my one, so at least I'm rolling with what I thought was actually the best option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, so Fanny's saying same boat, take Naz every day of the week. So yeah, that's a safe option. That's a safe option. Okay. I think
it's nice to. It's nice to on these Sunday lives to have a quick chat about captains, because it is a bit of a contentious one. People are thinking, should I not? What do I do? So definitely happy to help out a couple of people on the Sunday lives, those that tune in with their coffees and help them make their decisions.
Just as a footy fan, before we leave, could there be a more dog shit game than these 3 games coming up on a Sunday? Like what?
Man.
Like I love watching the footy, but the Bulldogs West Coast is probably going to be. I'm a Bulldogs fan. There will likely be about 14 people at the game watching that. Then you got the Demons and the Tigers. Like no one cares about the Tigers right now. Like that's just like the Demons are fun, but they should just run all over the Tigers, you think. And then then Brisbane and Essendon to finish up at the Gabba. Like put at least one good game on the Sunday for us. Like
I completely agree with that, mate. No other comments from me on that. But yeah, that's the AFL fixtures is I reckon surely it's not hard to do the AFL fixture. Like I reckon me and you could sit down for a morning or an afternoon and do the 2027 fixture just in that slot and do a better job than some of these guys. I'm not even taking the piss, because they do games, they crossover games, they fucking games at weird times. Like surely it's not that hard. I feel like it gets worse every year. And they have a rolling fixture now. They used to not have a rolling fixture. They used to just do okay, guys, for the 23 rounds, this is the whole fixture. Now they like stop it at like, I don't know, whenever they stop it and then go, these are the matchups that we're doing for the last couple 8 rounds or whatever. I don't know. It's just the fixture just great. Anyway, to finish my point, the fixture just makes me scratch my head.
They should honestly just do what I do at work and just put it in ChatGPT and then just claim it. Like just honestly, like it's not that hard.
Make this the best possible fixture it possibly could be, considering fans, considering attendance, time slots. Make sure the times don't cross over each other at all.
I had to do a report at work, like this huge report at work, maybe like 6 months ago, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you like a few days to do it." I'm like, "Yes, sweet." Honestly, it took me 10 minutes. Straight into ChatGPT. This is what I want. Boom, did it. Just kicked back for 3 days. Sent it in, and they were stoked as well. I was like,
And like you get it at the last minute. Oh, sorry, I just finished this. Hopefully, it's good enough.
And then like you got to read over it. Like whoever to do the AFL fixture, you got to read over it. You know what? I should make a Supercoach team using ChatGPT next year. I reckon, just to see how it goes. That's quality content. That's quality content.
100%. The AI team.
First of its kind. Simulator saying he takes 120 to 130 VC line depending on matchups. Yeah, I think that's generally fair. I just think Naz, if you got Naz, it's 100%. Like you have to, you're taking 154, no questions asked. Apart from the 0.1% of people that are playing for leagues and need an extra certain points, and you take that risk on Gawn. Yeah, that's the only scenario that you don't take it.
Yeah, agree.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up. What an effort from you to jump on board from Europe at 3 o'clock in the morning. So shout out to
I was hitting some sick at the start of the video, then you just shot me down saying, "Nah, you're living life, mate. Get over it." Loved it.
That's unbelievable. But thanks for jumping on board again. And
my pleasure, mate. It's always enjoyable having a chat with you and talking about the round that is just gone and what's to come. And so wouldn't miss it, mate. Wouldn't miss it. I'll let you know how I go coming weeks. There shouldn't be any issue at all jumping on at these times over the coming weeks, but back as business as usual in a couple of weeks anyway. But always a pleasure, mate.
Legend. And thanks to everyone for jumping on board again and joining us on Sunday morning. Hopefully
100%.
hopefully these games of footy aren't as bad as they look on paper. But I'll let everyone get on with their Sundays, and thanks for joining us. So I'll catch you all later.
Take care, guys. Cheers, mate. Bye, mate.
Yeah.